Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition Labatt Ice. This was sent to me from Ohio. Ben in Ohio sent this and another beer, so thank you, Ben. He sent me two of these. I guess another one I'll save for a duo review. I was reading about this on their website. They don't say much. Say something like it's good, more or less classic. One of the world's first ice beers, which it was in 1993. Doesn't look like they changed the label since then. I was looking on my records. In 2011, I did Labatt Max Ice 7.1 from Canada, and that's the only one they're showing on the Labatt website in Canada. Well, actually, they don't even show that. I don't know. That website is like an antique. But on the LCBO, Liquor Control Board of Ontario, they only show the Labatt Max Ice. So Labatt USA, Rochester, New York, Genesee Brewery. All right, so FIFCO, Florida Ice and Farm Company of Costa Rica. They control Genesee. They control Labatt products in the USA. They do Imperial from Puerto Rico. Some Costa Rican beers. Some imports they control, like Tonya from Nicaragua. I don't know how all that is constructed. I know Labatt ultimately is owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev, but for USA market and production, it's for this market it's FIFCO. I bought this on road trips, and in 2012 I did a review of Labatt Ice, and I did a revisit in 2014. So it's been 10 years since I reviewed it. Be 10 years in September. All right, my experience was that it wasn't quite up to the standard of other American ice beers. Like, it was inferior to Natural Ice, Ice House, Bud Ice, Keystone Ice, no longer produced. 5.6, so that's higher than Ice House and Bud Ice, but lower than Natural and Busch Ice. I've never seen Busch Ice in Louisiana. I've bought it on road trips to Texas and Mississippi. Labatt, registered United States trademark of Labatt Brewing Company Limited, brewed and packaged by Labatt USA, Rochester, New York. There's a phone number you can call. There's a date on here, but I can't figure it out. All right. So thank you, Ben. We'll see. But he wrote a letter to me in the package, and he was saying he felt it was inferior, so I guess nothing's changed, but we'll try. And I thought Genesee Ice was about the same, like kind of substandard when I bought that on road trips. Now, Shiner Ice and Abita Ice, no, they don't make those. They did make a Dixie Ice, D''Ice, Dice, until 2021. It was from New Orleans. That was a craft style ice beer. It was a different approach before they went down the tubes, basically. Straw appearance, straw gold, thick white head, typical American style lager. A lot of fine sediment in there, particulate matter, but like little pieces of like grain, but microscopic nearly. Okay, it's warming up. I don't really need this jacket, but I'm wearing it for the video. Take it off when I'm finished. It's pungent grains. I'm going to save the can because it's American produced. I'll save all my American beers. I can't save imports, and most craft beers I don't have room. Pungent grain, barley malt, probably corn products, mostly probably brewer syrup, the corn syrup, brewer syrup. Little sweet corn. White bread, yeah, smells good. So on appearance and aroma, it's up to the standard. Let's go with the taste. I did find at one time in St. Louis, Missouri, Stag Ice. They tried making that. That was really nice, but of course it didn't last. There was Natty, what do you call it? Bow Ice. National Bohemian Ice. But they call it Bow Ice. I found a 6-pack of that in downtown Baltimore in United States Highway Route 40 on the eastbound side of the highway at a liquor store. It's like $2.99 for a 6-pack. Right before I started doing video reviews, and it was better than average, 5.8. In 1996, I found Schlitz Ice. That was very good. Never saw it again. 5.8, I think. Schlitz Ice. Pabst Ice. Pabst Ice. Found that in Grand Isle, Louisiana. 1997. Better than average. Never saw it again. All right, that was in the 90s, mid 90s. Ice beers was like a big thing, and then it like dry beer, meaning not very sweet beers. Those faded. You know, those things go. Nice lacing. All right, this is tasting all right. White bread, just like the dough part, a little bit of the crust. Some corn, grits. I had grits this morning with egg, 1 egg, scrambled. And it was white hominy grits. Now I don't know if they're using white corn or yellow corn for their corn product syrup. The syrup from. I mean, they could be using corn grits, but it's probably yellow. I think yellow corn is cheaper. I don't know. A lot of the grits we find around here is white. Except for Dixie Darling, they have the yellow corn grits. And by the way, corn grits is nothing but corn that's pulverized. Dried, you know, and then pulverized into little grits. Like sand almost. And it's the same principle as cream of wheat. You add water, you heat it up. It gets soft like a mush. And you can add sausage to it, or cheese, or onions, or jalapenos, or in my case this morning, the egg with all of that, not the sausage. And you make it like an omelet, and you know, it's something to eat, you know. All right, like a breakfast casserole type of situation. Medium bodied, dry finish. Sweetness, 2.5 out of 5. Sugar cubes. Bitterness, the ambulance. 1 out of 5 hop cones, like low bitterness. Maybe they improved it. Could that have happened? Yeah, it could have happened. It used to have some kind of strange off flavor, or almost a metallic flavor, but and I wasn't too thrilled with the Genesee lagers I've had. When I had it the first time in 1997 in Hop Bottom, Pennsylvania, at a roadside tavern and restaurant. It might have been a motel too, or hotel or something, lodging, on US Highway 11 route. US Highway Route 11 northbound, Hop Bottom, Pennsylvania, which is a village. Sort of like Tangipahoa, Louisiana. It might be one business or two and then a few houses. But it was good. I had a baked chicken dinner with rice and some broccoli, I think, and some bread and butter. I don't remember what my daughter was eating. But it was a bottled Genesee squat bottle, 12 ounce, with the meal, and it was really good. But that's a pairing issue. I wasn't sitting there drinking it solo. It was Genesee. I said, I never heard of this. It must be a regional lager, which it is. But when I had subsequent Genesee's lagers, they weren't so great. And then now the cream ale is great. That's the America's premier macro ale. That and Ballantine and Foster's Australian ale brewed in Texas. But those are the Foster's probably is now the premier one. Only sold in the wine bottle size cans, 750 milliliters, with the caramel coloring added to make it look darker. Okay, I'm gonna pour the rest and give it a score. That's warming up quickly. It was 30, 38 this morning. Might get up to in the 70s. Do they make bottles of this? Maybe. But mostly you're going to see cans. It's like natural ice. You might find bottles. I've found them not that long ago in Baton Rouge, but typically it'd be canned. Nice looking beer. It has a little strangeness to it, but not a lot anymore. So, and I don't think it's because my palate changed. It's just because they improved it. I believe that. So it's close now to Natural Ice and Bud Ice and Ice House. That's the three big ones we get here. I know there's a Old Milwaukee Ice, but try finding Old Milwaukee of any type in Louisiana, and I bet you won't find it unless you go to Lafayette, which is 50 miles west of Baton Rouge, and Baton Rouge is 50 miles west of me. It's pleasant, it's mild, it's crisp, it's pretty dry, really. The problem with some of these ice beers would be kind of sweet, but this one comes off dry, very crisp. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 91, 9.1 out of 10. An excellent beer. In 2014, I might have given it a B minus. Can't remember. I haven't watched a review. I haven't revisited the video, but yeah, something like that. I wasn't too thrilled, but now I'm sort of thrilled. Is it the same price as the other ice beers? This I do not know. We don't get their products in Louisiana. We only get the Labatt Blue, and you can barely find that, and it comes in a smaller bottle. 11.5 ounce bottle. Like, yeah, great deal. And they lowered the ABV for our market. It used to be 5 when I first reviewed it. Now it's 4.7. So Labatt has gone off the rails on that. I know it's a subsidiary of Anheuser-Busch InBev. I know that, but they probably run their stuff kind of independently in a way, so they need to get it together and bring back the 5% in a regular bottle. But you could basically say we do not get their products in Louisiana. Basically, these days, it's Moosehead. You want Canadian beer? Get Moosehead. You might find Unibrew. You probably won't. In the fall, you'll find Trader Joe's Golden Ale, you know, the vintage ale from Unibrew. But you got to look for that. It'll be there 1 week. If you're not there that week, it's going to sell out. You're never going to see it. So the Canadian beer market in Louisiana is terrible, except for Moosehead. But beyond that, it's terrible. So this is not even a Canadian beer. It's a Canadian-owned thing, construction complex, but it's American, basically, in a lot of ways. But it's American produced. So Les Bon Temps Relais, an excellent beer, which I'm shocked about, but I'm very pleased to report. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Rochester, New York, and hopefully take a brewery tour, unlike when I went there and they did not give brewery tours of the main brewery. Only this little pilot brewery in one room, which is extremely disappointing. Thank you.